Hello, 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 my tater tots out there. We had our second live eviction. I am Frank Williams of Couch Potato Queens. If you are joining us for the first time, make sure you subscribe to our channel where we cover Big Brother, Traders, Drag Race, whatever you guys want, we'll consider. All right, and joining me is our Big Brother AI agent, Joey. How we feeling?
The Roman Empire's fallen, and I could not be happier. Like, I'm going to give
Yeah,
Angela her flowers. I did not think she was a strategic player, but she learned from Rachel last season. If you see the move, make the move.
yeah, yeah, and it came out of nowhere how they targeted Rome, in my opinion, with the Devon switch. But I think it was smart because they were aware of him building that Roman Empire. But yeah, so if you're we're gonna chat about the episode. We're gonna look at the alliance recap, and we're gonna look in our draft picks. Hello, Miranda. Hello, Steven. But yeah, so Joey, we had our first eviction or our second eviction. Rome was evicted 12-1. Taylor was the sole vote. What was your opinions of tonight's episode?
It was a pretty accurate description of what happened. And that's been the case a lot of the time. Like, we've not had too many good years of like edits that actually told the real story, but this season we've got a
Yeah,
fair amount of like good edits. And
I
and the
agree.
shows are pretty much matching up with what we're seeing on the live feeds.
I
Rome got his
agree.
villain edit because Rome was a villain.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was shaping up. We'll chat a little deep into our perspectives of Rome. But shout out to Kenzie. Hello, hello. We miss you. Hopefully, you are enjoying that tropical sun. Hopefully. But yeah, Kinsey is away, so she will not be here, and neither will Josh. But yeah, we're gonna hold it down. Hello, Dawn. Hello. I wonder where Sophie Dophie is. So yeah, so all right. So we started off where we saw kind of like the tour shed kind of fracturing a little bit. So let's kind of talk about this anti Drew, anti Barrett train that's happening right now. Can we talk about that?
I think they're going to get
'Cause-
over it. I really think once one of them gets some sort of power, whether that's a veto, whether that's an HOH, they're going to be able to see that they can be trusted because they are kind of portraying this. They're doing what they're being told, which is to play a rat floater game. But
yeah,
you can only do that so long without having to actually make a move. I think with Andy, it was like week 7 before he finally had to make a move. Uh, it was after Helen had already pretty much laid her whole game out on the line. He was able to do what he needed to do. Uh, Barrett and Drew are going to be fine. Because the order of priority for the vets is the vets hate Haley, and they, other than D, pretty much can't stand Kamu.
yeah, but I mean, honestly, I do think the paranoia is getting to Angela and it's getting to D because Drew. I mean, you could tell Drew is a shifty player. You can kind of tell just the way he moves, but he actually is, in with them. He's not, telling their secrets. Yeah, him and Melody are close. The thing I don't like about what like the projection from D and Angela is it's like they can make their side alliances. They can do what they want to do outside of the tour shed. But when Drew and Barrett, they're trying to get, have longevity in the game, they're trying to secure all their bases. It's a problem. So I'm not feeling that target, to be honest. Um,
Well, this is Big Brother. I mean, Dakota, very very nasty person. You can bounce checks. This is the Big Brother house. Like, you're allowed to be a hypocrite. You're allowed to lie. Like, that's kind of the point, and that's how you advance your game. Is you build your own. It's what Derek did. You build your own castles securely, and you make sure no one else can.
Yeah, yeah, and then also, but also I think that they they wanted that kind of not cookout style, but they wanted Drew and Barrett to get intel from the other side. So I'm confused why it's such an issue to them if they're doing exactly what they sought out to do. Um, so I'm not on the D and Angela anti Drew and Barrett train. Maybe because I like Drew. I think Drew's playing a great game. Um, Again, this is going into week 3, so you can't hide from your relationships. You can if someone pulls a Jason and Danielle Reyes from season 3, great. But right now it's like everything's out in the open. There's like no hidden alliances. So I think Drew and Barrett, they have to do what they want to do. And honestly, I want Drew, Barrett, Melody, and Mallory to form an alliance and get like actually solidify that and not steamroll, but like play the game.
Yeah. Mallory is slowly turning herself into Kelly. Like, she's slowly driving herself crazy. She's getting like kind of weird and kooky, and she's wearing the glasses more, and she didn't wear the glasses outside the house. We've seen her Instagram. She's kind of embracing a character more than she's embracing playing the game. So I need Mallory to
think
step
that
it
from
up.
Mallory? I know
She's a rocket scientist. She should know better.
I mean, honestly, but she was nominated the first week. If I was Mallory, I would kind of lay low like that. I think Mallory is trying to find her placing. To be honest, I don't think Mallory, she doesn't know where she fits in this sequence. But I do want Barrett to kind of, bring her in so they can like fully work together and make some moves. But I don't know. I don't know. Miranda, you say I'm curious to see if Lyric starts to play more. Yeah. Okay. So we didn't talk about Wednesday's episode. We got to see Lyric in action, and to be honest, I was impressed. I was impressed with Lyric. I was in the group chat saying, she's gonna be a firecracker. I like Lyric. I like Lyric, and I think Lyric playing the game is going to be much better than Showman's Lyric. What do you think?
I think Lyric is the villain that we're going to need. I think Lyric is going to go full Gina Marie. Like, she's going to build a little shrine to Rome. Jason's going to help her build that shrine to Rome. Like, Lyric is going to go cuckoo bananas without that man, because that was her whole game. She has not played a game other than flirt with Chuck and show a little leg. And that's not Big Brother. Like, that worked in season 4. And even then, we slut shamed the hell out of Allison, and she lost, like, what was it, a 7 or a 6-1 jury vote.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, because she got off the block. She I think Lyric put in a lot of work. Lyric put in a lot of work, whether it was flirting. It worked. No matter what anybody says, her strategy to get off the block and then gain favors with other people, it worked.
Yeah, and I'm not going to fault her for working. You cannot win the game unless you get to the end. It's just like Survivor, and I think Devins and Dee and Angela understand that better than anyone else. Like, they're not worried necessarily about 6 weeks from now. They're worried about 2 weeks from now. They're worried about the next vote. Like, they know it's survive in advance. Like, you cannot take any week for granted. And I think Lyric sees that too. And she knew that if she was on the block and Rome came off the block, she was cooked. She was done. It wasn't going to be Jason. It was going to be split the showmans up.
Yeah, but she put in that work, and that's where I saw that glimpse of her gameplay, and I didn't see the the cutesy side of Lyric. I actually saw like Lyric saying, okay, let me wake up and play the game. And so hopefully that's the Lyric we get moving forward is tunnel vision, focus on the game. Rome's gone. Do your thing. Yes, Sophie Dophie, I am here 3 weeks in a row. I told you I was going to commit. Let's see some other comments. Maybe a shrine, but I don't think she'll be like Gina Marie. I don't know about the Gina Marie comment either.
No, I want her to. Doesn't mean she's going to, but I really want her to.
Yeah, and then so can we talk about? Okay, so Lyric did not vote for Rome to stay.
Savage, absolutely savage.
I mean,
I respect
you gotta do what
it.
you gotta do. And then Taylor, she voted for for Melody. So was that Taylor's plan, or did Taylor get blindsided? Do you think she just?
I think
wanted
Taylor
to
knew.
Chaos?
I think it's a pity vote. I think what she was expecting is she was expecting that vote to come out. To come out 2 or to come out 3 to 9, or sorry, 3 to 10. She was expecting Jason to vote to save Rome, Lyric to vote to save Rome, and her to vote to save Rome. That way it wasn't unanimous, and then people would be wondering who's that third vote. She did not expect, and this is where she's going to get screwed. She thought she could hide a hinky vote. And now Lyric and her are going to be screwed, because it's either going to look like Lyric was like the showman's girl to the end, which she was trying to ditch the image of, or she's going to get caught. And if you get caught trying to throw a hinky vote, no one can trust you. I think it was Big D tried to throw a hinky vote a couple times, and no one trusted him for the rest of the game, even his own alliance.
Do we think she's going to fess up to that, or do you think she's going to hide it? I mean, if I was her, I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't say shit. I wouldn't say
she's
shit
blending in pretty well. She's blending in pretty well. She could probably hide it. Maybe Lala gets blamed, unfortunately, because she's kind of was the mother of that alliance. And they go.
I'm sorry. I think honestly, if Taylor, if she can like finesse this, I could see Dee and Angela blaming Drew for this vote, just because of the way they mentioned his, kind of playful gameplay. I could see that, and not saying anything to Drew because I don't see them confronting him, but I don't know. I could see this going a million ways, or Taylor can just say I voted for him, and speculation ceased. So, I don't know. We'll see in a few hours. What happened to CBS having the feeds right after the show, by the way?
I think that may have just been for the first episode. Like, they may be backing out of it. Also, last week it got all screwed up. I don't know. Do they mean the West Coast airing, and then it all got screwed up by the Trump speech last week? Because they may mean the West Coast airing.
That might have happened. That might have been the case, but yeah. I do have so Sophie asked if Jason have gotten evicted tonight if I'm sure you mean, if Jason didn't win Blockbuster. Can we talk about that Blockbuster win? How he just Jason, I'm not a fan of Jason's gameplay, and kind of on the personal level, but Jason mollywopped them. He like
no prisoners. Them. Like the other, it's like they couldn't count. It's like all you have to do is move them from one side to the other. No one else was looking at the floor and going,
yes, he was.
I wonder what color. I'm saying he was. No one else was looking at the floor and going, oh, I wonder what color this should be.
Yeah, that was smart. Yeah, he was like mapping it out while Julie was explaining the rules. I don't know if you guys peeped that. Wait, so Sparks, are you, who's that? Hi. Hello. I'm not. Ron would have left versus Jason, Sophie, but Jason. All right, yeah. Thanks for that. Appreciate you. Thank you. So yeah. So
total agreement. Rome leaves in every scenario. This was Rome's week. Like, that was his one shot. They literally backdoored him. This is
Yeah.
the best. This was their best case scenario.
I'm glad. I'm glad Rome is gone. But I will give my man props. I will give him props. I will give her props. I like working with the marginalized representation. That's what he said he was going to do, and he honored that, and he was working with Jason and Lala. So I'll give him props on that. However, him as the archetype, the character, the macho, yeah, I won, like, I'm kind of glad that's gone.
Miss me with that. Yeah, I'm not having it.
Yeah, same. It's tired. It's just like typical. It would have been kind of like a Cameron, in my opinion, of BB25, with him probably winning eventually, vetoes being the target. I'm happy he's gone. I didn't want to endure that again, to be honest. Are you happy Rome's gone? Obviously you're happy.
Oh, I'm immensely happy. Anytime Angela gets her way, I'm gonna be happy. Like, I need people to see her for the player she is. She's not the player she was in BB26. Like, anytime an older woman gets it, and I mean, she's gotten a lot of shit this week from the BB alums, one in particular, and that was just kind of her perspective. She said she liked what Ravina had to say about wanting to be the Filipino representation in the house, and she wanted to stay. She goes, and in my opinion, that helped her. Like, it helped her, and she was able to do that. And she voted for her to stay. And people are all over her about that. And it's like, guys, you got to chill out. Like, people make individual voting decisions for individual reasons. And hers was actually, like, it wasn't even bad. She's not saying she only stayed because of that. She's saying that's why I voted for her.
Yeah, and I mean, you know how BB Twitter, even the alumni.
Yeah, no, this was the alumni all over her.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you guys? You guys know how the outrage is, and I don't understand why they're feeding onto that. And can we talk about the Camus comment with the drag really quickly? I know that was like last week.
Oh, that's why I said miss me with that. Yeah, no, that.
Yeah, I honestly, I wasn't offended by Camus or Devin's comment, and to be honest, I get it. Like, Camus he's a MMA fighter, and a part of that, you have to keep a persona of machismo. And if I was him, I would also not want to participate in drag, because that's another leverage for my opponents to use against me in combat. And so you never want to give your opponent the upper hand. So I can see his opponent like putting up a picture of him in drag. And so I can see how that comment could have been misconstrued, but I completely understand what he meant by that comment.
I think Camus is too dumb to think about his career right now, because MMA fighting is a career where you get beat up, you get traumatic brain injury, and you die at 50. However, going on the challenge is forever. Johnny Bananas has made a lot of money and is a lot more famous than a lot of MMA fighters. People know who Johnny Bananas is. I could tell you maybe 3 UFC fighters, and most people could tell you. Even people who are into UFC probably could not name more than 10 or 15 UFC fighters, because the cards are so small.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I stand by, like, I understand his comment. I get it, to be honest, though.
I get it. He's just not thinking.
Yeah, and there was obviously outrage about it, but I was just like, he didn't say anything bad about drag. He was just being toxic masculinity. That's just, that's how
Devin,
it is.
I felt bad for Devin's, because Devin's face just kind of dropped when he said it. He was like, yeah, we can all be in drag on Jason's HOAs. Like, he was happy about it. And then
Yeah.
and then Kamu's like, yeah, miss me with that shit. And his face just kind of cracked. And he was like, I gotta hold it together because this is my alliance member. And he's used to
Yeah.
playing Survivor, which is a much faster paced game where people just turn on you.
Yeah, and speaking of Miranda, great point. Is it safe to say Dee and Devins are enjoying Big Brother way more than Suri did? Absolutely. They are having a
Yeah.
ball. They are having a blast. Dee is loving the chaos. Devins is loving the chaos, and that's why I like having them on. I'm not a big fan of returning players if it's just like a couple, to be honest, because then the whole episode, like the whole season, is about them. But I do like this because there's just a complete I don't give a fuck vibe, and I love that. It reminds me of old school Big Brother. I don't care what people say about how I feel about this person or how I want to start chaos and drama. And that's what's been missing from Big Brother is those players.
And you know what else has been missing? People have been so secretive since BB16 about, or a lot of it even since BB15, about where they stand in the house. They forget the reason that we got all of those good fights in old school Big Brother is because we had openly split houses. Like your secrecy was for your Danielle Reyes making a move, or your secret alliance between, or Danielle Reyes and Jason. It was for your June and Allison's. Those were the secrets and the secret alliances you kept, or when you were, or Nokomis and Marvin's Six Finger Plan. Those were the times that you were secretive. Otherwise, everyone was always pretty open about where everyone stood in the house. Like, you don't get the Bo and Janelle fight if you don't have the friendship versus the rest of the house. And everyone knew who was in the friendship, and everyone knew who wasn't. Like, you have to have a split house to have old school BB. Yeah,
polyester hair.
Just a hair. You date older men.
Yes. Those were the classic moments. I think we're gonna get some classic moments this season. Frenchie from BB23, he tweeted, he was like, I think there's gonna be a like a blow up this season where like people have to be like held back, even though we almost had one a little bit. But I was like, I agree.
Yeah, Barrett got up and stood up to Rome, and you don't realize how tall Barrett is until he's standing over someone. And he's standing over the guy who's supposed to be like the alpha male of the house, and he's just sitting there in his mullet and his like stupid. Barrett is so adorable. Like he's so nice and he's sweet, but then like he bowed up at him, and I was like, okay.
So, Kinsey asked, "Who do y'all think is going to be the one doing the exploding?" I mean, Angela's off the table. We know she has a few more blow-ups in her.
I think, honestly, I think that we're due for a Heyyy blow up any minute now. Like, Thog is a ticking time bomb. She is just waiting to blow up, and I need her to get an HOH so bad so she can get the biggest case of HOH-itis.
Yeah, like I agree. I agree that it's going to be Heyyy. I think it's going to be Heyyy. I think Lala is going to be explosive at one point. I don't know why Drew is egging her on. It's kind of pissing me off, even though I love me some Drew. And I do think I can see Melody actually. With the guys, Kamu, I 100% can see kind of popping off on somebody.
So the Drew thing, what they're trying to do with that, especially with the towels and the messy kitchen, is they're trying to get it blamed on two people. They're trying to get it blamed on Jason and on Heyyy. So they're trying to cause like chaos and messes so that they're less likely to go on the block. Because when you get someone who's kind of stranded on an island like Lala, she can base on her decisions on whatever. If she wins HOH, we get a Lala HOH, you could see like Heyyy, Devins, Melody noms. Like it could be just all over the place.
Mm-hmm. I mean, continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're trying to weaponize the chaos, and this was Dee and Devin's idea, and Angela was the one who came up with like the thing with the towels. because she's a mom and she hates it, and she knows Lala will hate it.
Yeah. Well, the fan in me wants to see the fan of me wants to see Lala like kind of just go nuclear, but the cultural side of me is like, sister girl, hold it together, don't do it, don't do it. But
You know what they're going to say? They're going to use the
you
angry
know
black
the
woman trope. They always do.
thing.
They
Yep.
tried to weaponize it
So
against Taylor. Taylor had like the slightest emotional outburst at being put on the block and alienated, and they just tried to turn her into the angry black woman in the house, and it was
yeah.
dirty work.
Yeah, so Lala, keep it cute, baby girl, keep it cute. But yeah, so I do think we're gonna get a nice little blow up pretty soon. So where do you want to see the power shift, or do you want to see the power shift next week?
Shift two,
Uh-oh.
I want Halen. Oh, can you not see me? I can hear you
Okay, you're
perfectly.
good. Yeah, you froze for
Yeah,
just a split second. You're good.
I want to see. I need a Haley HOH. I need Haley, Chuck, and
Mm.
Kamu to absolutely destroy their games on live television.
I know you wanted that. But
I kind of want a power shift
I
after that, though. I want 1 week of like that trio in charge and them running it to the ground, so that Angela, Dee, Devins, Barrett, and Drew have a chance to kind of distance themselves, pull in Lala and Taylor, because Taylor's a free agent, and then they can kind of replace those two remaining and put them on the outs and bring in Lala and Taylor.
see. I mean, I get that. I can't. For me, I really don't know if I can do another week of the tool shed being in power, because it's going to be predictable in my opinion. What I foresee, if the tool shed, yes, I see Mallory, Melody, Jason, and or Lala. Um, and to be honest, that's tired. I'm like, I need to see the tool shed sweat, and that's why if we wait another week, we might get another kind of predictable week. Even though this week was exciting and everybody was all over the place, it was still kind of Rome backdoor, and it happened. But I want to see a Melody or a Mallory put them in the hot seat, because then they're going to turn on each other. That's more drama. That's then everyone's going to scatter like roaches to find different allies and solidified packs that are within alliances. And that's why I'm like, I need that power shift this week. And then I think it's off to a great hectic rest of the summer. That's just my opinion. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll find out in a few hours. All right. So they did mention the draft picks. Shall we look at our draft picks?
I would love to look at our
Let me
draft
see.
picks.
All right. Let's take a look. All right. Hold on, friends. Hold on. All right. So, Sophie, that's not correct regarding Kinsey. Let me share my screen. All right. It's going to share. Let me know. All right. Okay, we can see. All right. So we had Rome, Josh, womp womp. All right. So Josh lost Rome. So how we looking? How we looking?
I'm set up great probably until the end. Now that Rome's gone, that lyric pick looks a lot better.
Yeah, because she's gonna be a force. I can feel it. I want to say that now.
Inshallah.
Lyric is about to be a force. Your draft pick is stacked. That like Angela's. I love watching her, but that's a very hard uphill battle.
Yeah, but she's
Um,
not going to go home for a while. And anyone that's aligned with Angela is probably not going to go home for a little bit.
and they're probably going to shield her. Like she'll be kind of a shield in a moment or in a few weeks. So mine. A couple people did mention. I want to talk about Yash. Both corpse. Yash was work with the men. I believe someone else had a question regarding Yash. Um, I don't know with Yash, to be honest. I don't know if he's playing. I don't know if he's playing. I mean, he's playing, but I don't know if he's as aware. Um, I don't know. What do you think of Yash?
I think Yash is useless as tits on a mule right now. Like he's
Yeah.
good to look at, very fun, seems to like everyone in the house, and everyone in the house seems to like him. But no one wants to talk game to him because he airs out his entire game and has made it clear he only wants to work with the men. And the two men that he's told this to
Yeah.
have run it right back to Angela D and Devins, and Devins is like, nah. I mean, I'll form like this little thing here with you, but like it's just another fake alliance that involves 3 members up the crossovers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yash is a wild card. I don't know. I don't know. But I have Kamu. Kamu he's a huge target, but Kamu is someone who, if he were to get to the end and win, I wouldn't be surprised. Um, Lala's in a tough spot. So I don't know. Lala's in a very tough spot. That's why.
This would
That's
be a
another
great
reason
week
why
for a Lala HOH. It
I
really
agree.
would.
Yes, yes. I wouldn't mind that. I think that would be great. I just need the other side to sweat. D, D is D. But yeah, I think our lineups are shaping up okay, Joey. Kinsey
My
and
sleep
Josh lost
schedule,
one.
yeah, my sleep schedule can't handle a Mallory HOH. It really can't. Like
You'll be up all night.
I will be like, it's the inmates running the fucking asylum. Could you imagine if Kelly had won HOH last year? At any point, the chaos
Yeah,
at all
that would have
hours of
been
the day and night.
that would have been
That
great chaos though.
Mallory is, if she wins HOH, that's going to look like a Vanessa Russo HOH where people are getting woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning every night. And she's just like knocking on doors like, hey,
Yeah.
I've changed the
Like,
plan for the 5th time.
and I can see her keeping her cards very close too. So a lot of the house would not know which way she's swaying. Um, so Kinsey, really quickly, Kamu did not say anything negative about drag queens. Kamu he said miss me with being in drag because of his image as an MMA fighter. In my opinion, his opponents would use that as a tactic, a taunt tactic in the ring. So that's why he said he would not, engage in drag activity. But he did not say
It
anything
doesn't
negative.
endear me to him, to be clear.
Yeah, it
Like,
doesn't. Yeah, I
no.
still don't like him. Yeah, I'm still not a fan. So let everybody know I'm not a Kamu fan.
I am a
So yeah,
Thog fan.
so yeah.
I am slowly becoming a Haley fan, though. Her mouth, she'll just shoot off at random times. Told Rome he had tiny balls. They didn't air that part of the fight. One of the reasons like Rome went after her is because she told him he had tiny balls, and they just like they did not want the humiliation ritual to look like it was. He was absolutely cooked by that alliance. They cooked him for like a good 20-30 minutes, and he cried the whole night.
Yeah, and then they even aired him like in Latrice and Lala's arms. Mama, I'm so sorry, and the cries.
I'm so glad she
Oh
saw through
boy.
that. I am so
Yeah.
glad. I was
Yeah,
so worried.
I text you and I was like, I am so glad that Lala and Taylor are more aware than we thought. It's just like, let them fight, and I'm just gonna keep quiet until it's my time. And I don't think that's a bad strategy because those sides are like, whew. are coming close to a full on like line down the sand war.
I think
You
their
know,
problem
that's
is if they do that too long, they're going to look like a pair. So
um
they've got to branch out. They need to start having separate alliances,
yeah.
and they need to branch out to other people if they're going to lay back and just watch the fireworks. Because there's Rome crying into her arms, and then there's this picture. It's just a still shot of Taylor standing over Rome's shoulder, just going, "I cannot believe this bullshit. This is a grown ass man. You can just see it
Right.
in her face."
Man up, Rome. So hi Josh. Hoping for a Mallory or Jason HOH. I'm hoping for a Mallory HOH. Um, wish you can be there. See you soon. But going back to Heyyy, I think Heyyy. I said this earlier. I think Heyyy is about to be that villain that we love to
Yep.
hate. It's starting to creep a little bit more aggressively. I'm not a fan of like her little microaggressions, but whatever. But I can't wait to hate Heyyy. I just want to be just like angry every time she's on the screen. Like I love those villains, and so I think she has it in her, and I think we're gonna see it next week. I don't know. I think we are.
Sophie's right. She does remind me of Christmas Abbott. She's right up there as far as a good villain that you would love to hate. Right up there with Christmas. Like anytime I saw
With the
Christmas on
snarky
my screen,
comments.
yeah, like anytime I saw Christmas on my screen, like I just like felt the urge to turn off the live feeds, and that's how I want to feel about Haley.
Yeah, that's what Joey said last week. But yeah, to, speaking of Gina Marie, I see Heyyy being more of a Gina Marie.
Oh, that
Because
would be so good.
yeah, I can see that, and then I could see Kamu being her Nick. Was it Nick? Um,
Yeah,
what's his name? Nick? Yeah, I think
it
his
was
name
it
was
was
Nick.
Nick.
Yeah.
She built the
Oh,
shrine to Nick. It was
yeah,
great.
yeah. So yeah, I could see that more so than you said lyric. But yeah, so that's another reason why Joey, I really want the other side to to like be in power because I know Haley's gonna just like unleash hellfire, and I'm ready to see that. I know you want to wait another week, but we'll see. Either way, I think it's gonna be some good TV. All right, so speaking of, can we let's I want to look at the alliance tracker. Hopefully it's accurate. If not, just call me out.
No, there was only
Um,
one on there that's not on there, and it's because it's not really official. It's a I've got your back, you've got mine type final two. It's not a we're locked in till the end. Jason and Danielle final two.
okay. All right. So these are a lot of words. These are a lot of words, but this is the alliance tracker before the eviction. Let me hide
Oh,
this
feeds are back.
quickly. Oh, really?
Yep,
Okay, so we're gonna look at this real quick, and we're gonna watch some feeds. All right, so we have the tool shed, and then
I
within
just
the
got the
tool shed.
notification. Yeah.
All right, so we get to the feeds after this. So we got within the tool sheds, we have D and Devins in both alliances. Drew and Barrett, they formed the Jugglers Alliance, which I love. I think that's so on brand. Um, I just wish they were a little bit more incognito. Because then they can. Who was the duo? It was Derek and what Cody?
Derek and
Um,
Cody. And then
yeah,
it was like they were the bomb squad, or they were like the detonators inside the bomb squad, or they were the hitmen or something. I can't remember.
oh
Um,
yeah, yeah. I think that maybe the Hitman,
it was the
but yeah,
hitmen, and
something
then
like
it
that.
was like the bomb squad, and then the detonators. Like it's
Yeah,
something. It was a themed onion alliance. He came up with the concept of an onion alliance.
yeah. So I'm rooting for that alliance, Drew and Barrett. Um, but yeah, the tour shed, they are fracturing slowly but surely. We knew Kamu and Haley, they had a final two. So, and we know the vets, that trio, we know they're locked and loaded. So the Dapper Dance. So it began as a joke about how Yash, how he daps and stuff. And so how how real do we think this is?
Not at all. I think this is a ploy to keep
Yash
Devons off the
quiet.
block if Yash wins HOH. And if Devons is off the block, Devons can win veto. Someone is they're yelling. Someone's coming into the house.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, they're
Hold
taking
on.
Angela out of the egg costume. Angela's
Oh,
free
okay.
from the egg. And they're all like
Okay.
cheering around her. And they're
Wait.
smashing the egg. She's literally beating the egg to death and stomping on it, and they're destroying the
Oh
costume.
my god. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Too bad feeds can't share on the computer. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Uh-oh. Okay. It's going very slow. Very, very slow. Very slow.
Also, I think this is
Uh
another factor. I think the paranoia around Drew and Barrett is going to lessen now that Angela is out of this stupid egg costume. Because
yeah,
she's
she was
literally
spiraling.
like under physical strain and she hated the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was also the Honor Society Alliance that was formed. Dee and Angela wanted to cover bases with Taylor and Heyyy, and this is Taylor and Lala. See, this is a thing that's kind of like bugging me in terms of like it's the contradictions and the hypocrisy regarding like Drew and Barrett. I don't know. I think I'm just such a Drew fan. Um,
I am. I'm a Drew stan. I am a Drew sayer.
yes, I am. Same. I'll be a Drew
I
sayer
see the
too.
vision.
Yes, he just needs to just. But the thing that they're like, he needs to like calm it down is like, even in today's edit, Drew was in the pantry dancing, and they weren't even talking game. And so I think it's because Drew has such a big personality that they just automatically assume that he's strategizing. And the fact that Drew is such a good strategist when he's talking with the tool shed, they're probably intimidated
Yeah.
by that.
Well, I mean,
Because there's
I
no
think
other way.
I mean, it's already getting better. Like the first two people that Angela hugged when she got out of this costume were Drew and Barrett. Like she literally, it was almost like I'm sorry, I've been a cranky bitch.
Yeah, but she says that now, but we'll see. But yeah, so the Honor Society, that's I feel bad that Lala and Taylor I feel bad
Look,
that they're like missed it. Huh?
no,
What
they
happened?
can get to final seven this way. I mean, it's a way to make it to jury and to get to final seven.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think it's great for them to form this. It was great for their game in so many ways. I just hope that they don't become misted by them, where they actually target the people that do actually have their back. You know what I'm saying? Like the other side, that could potentially be numbers
The
down the
way
line,
that
which
I
is
think
why
it's
I'm
going to
like,
end up, I think it's going to end up working out that Toolshed is going to get cut. They're going to cut they're going to lose Haley, Kamu, or Chuck. At least one of them in the next couple of
bef-
weeks. That's going to be your first
before
cuts
jury for
before
sure,
jury, and then they
for
may lose
sure.
another. But then that last member, instead of being loyal to them, they're gonna get rid of that person in favor of Lala and Taylor. And then at that point, it's going to be Drew cut and like everyone kind of scrambling for themselves. I don't want Drew to get cut there, but Drew gets cut in a double. That's the only way you're ever going to get rid of Drew. He's
Is
liked by everyone in the house. The only way you can do it is in a double.
Yeah. Is that Ben?
That is
Is that
Ben.
Ben's new name?
Hello, Ben.
Hello, Ben. Fancy seeing you here.
Ben being
Um,
thirsty
it,
on Maine again.
wait, is Lala wearing HOH key or are we tripping? I didn't see it. I can't look at it because I'm sharing my screen.
No,
Um,
Lala is not wearing the HOH key.
okay. So let's get into these outsiders. We have so the Four Seasons collapsed. And then obviously Mama's Angels collapsed. So going in, we have Lyric. Would you consider Lyric a free agent?
No.
Or do you think she's dedicated to the Melody and Mallory side?
Lyric is not a free agent until Mallory is gone.
Okay.
I think
So
when Mallory leaves, Lyric is truly a free agent.
Okay. And yeah, so then we have Mallory and Taylor, as the wild cards. Again, this is week. You know what, Joey? You said something so like on the nose. Is normally in Big Brother by week 2, we're still questioning like who's with who, who really fucks with who and who likes who and who doesn't, and all that good stuff, alliances. I think you're right. The edits have been so accurate that I do think even the casuals are fully up to date on what's going on. And I will give kudos to the Big Brother editors for that. And just kind of like just knowing, even though like the live feeds, they haven't been horribly like how they cut every 5 minutes. I think this season they've been okay.
They've been pretty good.
Yeah. I think I know the house. I think I know where allegiance lie. And so I will say that going into week 3, I think we are in for a showdown.
Never in my, I want to say it's been 22 years of watching live feeds. I started with BB6 was my first set of live feeds. So it's probably been less than that. I think it's been 20 years. Not in my 20 years of watching live feeds, because we had a couple winter seasons in there. Did I ever think that we would get an unfavorable edit to a showmance in favor of Angela Murray? Like Allison Grodner was willing to bury Rome, like absolutely buried that man in the edit. And she never, like, ever since BB6, BB7, when she took over the show on BB7, like showmances have played such a pivotal role in the edit, and they always got a favorable edit.
Yeah.
This was the first time where she said, "Cut the showmance. We have Angela Murray." Like,
right.
She didn't care.
No, for real. And and I get it.
Flowers
sex
to her.
Sells. Even if it's PG sex, sex sells, and they love that, and they know their demographic, and the people at home are going to love that. But I don't like showmances. I don't like them. They're boring to me, and maybe because I don't have one in real life, I don't know. But I don't like showmances. There's Love Island. There's all these dating shows. It's great. Love is beautiful, but not for the Big Brother house. And if it's going to be a showmance, I need like a Cody Jessica showmance that's going to fight, or Rachel Brendan showmance that's like terrorizing the house. Those are the showmances I can deal with. Lyric and Rome showmance, that's the epitome of showmances that I hate. I love you. You're so cute. I love you after 2 weeks. Oh my God. I can't. Even though I do think Lyric I think she's a cutie. I do like some of her isms. I think some of her isms
voice.
are adorable.
I hate her voice. And then she gets in the DR and she has like the voice that I'm expecting for her. And then out in public, she's got like, "Can I get a dick down, please?" Like I like when she like when she cuts her persona and she's like, she'll say something and then she'll go like this and then this. I don't know. I think it's adorable, and I really, I know a lot of you aren't a fan, but I like Lyric. No, it's because she's a villain in real life. Lyric is an eviction lawyer. You cannot be more of a villain than the lawyer for landlords. So Lyric absolutely has the potential to be the villain that we need for this season. I'm just hoping she taps into that potential.
I same, but you know what? I have to give homegirl her props. She put in work. She put in work, and if that's a final 2 winning type of what do you call it when they say what's the move? Oh, move. That's like a final 2, like I would say a key talking point is being able to
voting your showmance off.
Not only voting your showmance off, but being on the block having your showmance be the backdoor target. And then in a normal Big Brother world, that showmance, if you don't win that veto, you and your showmance will be on that block come eviction day. And for her to know that her boyfriend is the target of the backdoor plan and then still get off the block, you have to give it to her. You have to, like, slay. You, like, she did that. And so
and then she cut him.
That's why
she cut him when he was down.
Like that was like a Lisa Donahue, like when she was about to vote in, when she didn't vote Eric back into the house, and it was just like, Savage, you just showed me that you're ready to play the game and let your showmans go because you see the bigger picture. So good job, Lyric. And then on top of that, you're not a target.
I choose to live in the alternate universe where we voted Lisa into the house and not Mike Boogie in Big Brother 7.
Oh, wouldn't that have just been so wonderful?
It would have been so good. Like, we just said, hey, we don't have to have a gender balance. Let's just vote Lisa into the house and fuck Mike Boogie.
Yeah, even who was the other one that didn't get to go in? It was Monica. Yeah, so it was Monica, Dana, Yvette, and Lisa, right?
Yeah, and then the boys, it was Cowboy, who else? I don't remember any of these men.
Yeah, who were the guys? Wow. It seems like it was just Cowboy because they let.
It really feels like it was just Cowboy.
Yeah. We'll have to double check on that. So yeah. So all right. So chat. I want to know your opinions. If you're with us, who do you want to win HOH next week or tonight in a few hours? And who do you want them to nominate? Leave a chat after
Bunky.
Or leave it now.
It was Bunky.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And there was a gender imbalance. There were more men than women.
Yeah, by like 2, right? Or 1 or 2? Yeah.
No, wait, no, there wasn't. I'm a liar.
No, there was, wasn't it?
There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women. Yeah, no. Like, give me Lisa and don't give me
they let Chicken George in. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, Chicken George was phenomenal in that house. He gave us the best veto, the best veto in like history. I think I'll take them all, and I'm going to stand by that. Like every time I get a chance to bring up Chicken George, I am a Chicken George defender.
Yeah, he's an OG. Chicken George is the OG. So, but yeah, if I had to choose one person to win HOH, I would want it to be Mallory.
I would like to see a Lala HOH, and if not Lala, I want Heyyy because I need her to destroy her game for 7 straight days.
I'm ready to see that tour shed just literally just go at each other because they're so dominant. If you look at the tour shed, right, it's like all the dominant physical players, the jocks, if you will, and Angela
like
and
puzzle
Devins.
players. Well, no.
Yeah.
Angela Devins has won an HOH and a veto.
True.
Angela was this close to winning HOH. She was this close.
Yeah.
And she and she had already won that HOH previously. It's the exact same HOH that she won as the first HOH of BB 27 or 26 new rules.
Yeah.
So if they're going to keep repeating comps throughout time, Angela actually has an advantage because she's played most of these comps.
And she's won before too, like a couple comps. Yeah, so
she won a damn knockout comp.
Yeah. All the comp beasts and like kind of all the, like a lot of the strategic players are in this tour shed alliance, which is why I think if they have to be pit against each other, that is going to make you really won't get any sleep, Joey. Like that's a wrap. Like like none of us will. We'll be up until like they go to bed, and we're on Easter time, so we'll be going to bed like 5 a.m. So
Yeah. I
I
did not sleep during Devin's HOH. I was like literally sitting there trying to fall asleep. And then I hear Rick Devens crack open a beer and say, bring him in. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh,
uh,
no. Please, no.
yeah, with this particular season, I think the weeks are just gonna get more and more intense. Um, I don't know. Is there something about this cast? And I keep saying that something about this cast is just electrifying to me. And it's not even that like the Angela and Jason drama was very, very much great TV. That was amazing TV. But I want to see some real showdowns without the happy-go-lucky
I
post
want people who
fight.
have never been on reality TV before to fight. Jason's been on reality TV. Angela's been on reality TV. I need Barrett to fight someone. Kamu, Lala, uh, like someone who is not a vet needs to start a fight, and the vets need to just sit there and stay out of it because I want to see how they do it.
Yeah, yeah. Hate me, America. Hate this bitch right here. Yeah, that was that was so wonderful. I'm so glad they showed like a lot of it because with editing, splicing and dicing. But I was just
I don't
like,
know if we were supposed to see that. Like they cut the end of that ceremony. They cut back from the live feeds before Devins had closed the nomination ceremony. Like we got to see that on feeds. It was just
yeah.
Jason screaming at Angela, like, hate this messy bitch. I was like, oh, this is so good. And then actually seeing the fight where she called him messy boy, and the way she did it, she just taunted him.
Yeah, messy boy. I was seated. I loved it, and I think there's going to be more. There's it's Angela. Angela is going to provide TV gold no matter what. I don't want Angela to go anywhere anytime soon. I pray she makes it past jury because even the jury house will be fire. And if Angela is going off on someone week two like that, I mean, she went off on Matt week one, and she's comfortable within herself, we're gonna get some more fireworks from Miss Angela.
Yeah,
That's
and it helped her
guaranteed.
game. Like it did
Mm-hmm.
not hurt her game to go off. It actually helped it because she was able to use that and then frame it as I'm here to advocate for Lala and to advocate for Taylor because y'all threw them under the bus. And it worked. They now have that
Yeah,
alliance.
yeah. It was crazy, chaotic gameplay that, yeah, like you said, that worked. So I think we have a lot more of that in store for us. So
I will
I'm
absolutely, like, fingers crossed we get someone who does not know what the hell they're doing this week.
oh man. What if Yash? Oh, I could see a random ass Yash HOH.
Josh wins HOH, 3 women are hitting the block, but I don't know which ones. Like,
Yeah.
no clue.
That's why I don't. I want Yash to kind of go too. I kind of wish he did go week one because he is turning into that archetype that is just blinded by male testosterone and think that everything needs
It's
to be a gender war. And I'm so tired of that. I'm tired
he's
of gender
Keanu
wars. I'm
without the
tired of
swag. Like Keanu at least
ooh.
had swag about it. Like he was at least like charming and had
Mm,
comebacks and knew when to like fight with people on TV. He like had a sense of like we're making a television show. Yash is
that is
just
a
like wanting to
great.
chill with the boys.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. Um, I do. I mean, I don't know. I do see Yash kind of turning into that, what is it, Keanu type
Keanu.
of character, Keanu type of character, um, because he is a lone wolf, and so I do see that happening. Here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want Mallory or Melody or even Lala to get like cold feet and just put Yash up, and that's kind of my fear. That's why I was like, a Tuasha alliance can be, or HOH can be fun, I guess, but like I need to see the other side sweat, but I don't want the other side to put up Yash because then that's going to be the target, and Tour Shed not going to vote out each other, and I can see them kind of manipulating anybody to put up Yash.
Yeah, I would like for him to be if they're gonna do Yosh, then they need to get Yosh backdoored. Like I want to see them
and they're
on
not
the
going to do
block.
that.
Yeah, I need
They're
to see
not
them
going to do
on
that
the
yet.
block, and then I need to see them get them to put someone else up on the block,
Ooh,
like they did last
Bojang.
season.
Ooh, never again. Please, never again. Yeah.
Fucking Bojang.
Yeah, so yeah, Josh or Yash is he's a bit of a wild card. So I don't know. I don't know what he would do. But is it he's not I don't know. He has been very anti the girls. So that is probably his that's probably what he'll do. Who is his closest ally? Was it Rome?
Devon's. It was Devon's.
Is Yash is Yash's? So yeah, so Yash HOH is Devon's again. So please no. But all right. So that hold on me. All right. So yeah, that's all I got because I'm ready to the feeds are still on.
Feeds are still on. They're all sat around the dining room table, which means they're about to go do a comp.
All right.
So feeds will be off here soon.
All right. So hopefully we can go check in a little bit of what's going on the feeds. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you, Joey, for holding it down with me. So before we go, Joey, tell people where they can find you.
You can find me tweeting like a meth head on Bluesky at Nosferatu2425, where I'm going to be up till the HOH is found. And if it's someone boring, I'm not going to tweet anymore. And if we get another Devon's type HOH or an Angela HOH, God forbid, I'm going to be up all night.
Yeah, likewise. And I'm in the middle of watching, what's it called? Mayor of Kingstown. Mm-hmm. That is so good. I don't know if you ever watched it, but it is just unbelievably good. I'm on season 4 already, and I started on Monday or Sunday. And so I'm like, oh, it's just like such a toss up between the shows, but I'll probably be glued to the feeds. No shade. But you can follow me on Instagram at I'm Frank Williams. Also, if you want to see any coverage of Couch Potato Queens, we will be updating our Twitter. So please follow us, or our X. Please follow us at Couch Potato Queens. That's QWNZ Queens. And everywhere else we're located. So thank you all for a great, great night. I'm excited to see what happens with this HOH, and we will be back probably next week. I want to say Sunday, but I'll be going back to New York. But we'll be back 100%. Thank you. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Thank you, Kenzie, Dawn, Straws, Sparks, Ben, Miranda, everyone for rocking with us. We will be back next week. And remember, everyone, to always wear your crown. Bye-bye.